Hey guys, this is IrieStarcraft and I'm back to cast another game for you. This one is going to be a 3 versus 3 and it will be on one of the new maps, Green Acres, which is a map that for some reason for me it comes up almost every single time I look for a 3v3 game. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, but considering that I draw this map pretty much every time, maybe I should cast a game on it. So anyway, let's get to this one. The players will be Viz, the red Zerg, and Cheesed, the blue Zerg, and Circa, the teal Terran. Their opponents will be Backlash, the orange Protoss, and BLazeUp, the purple Protoss. I already like him. And Ravenous, the yellow Zerg. Now hopefully my mic sounds good this time. I'm so sorry about the last game, the last 3v3 game, where I had to cough at the beginning of the cast, and then when I put the mic back, I forgot to put it back to my new position, which seems to give the perfect volume. I figured out what part of the problem was. I think that every time I open Skype, it like resets my like microphone boost levels. Dude, I don't know, man. It's crazy, man. Either way, we are not going to gas steal. We are just chilling down here. BlazeUp is scouting out Viz's base. Going to not see the timing on the spawning pool, or will he? There it is. Hello, spawning pool. Just going to double check that. It is Blaze. So yeah, this is a Masters level game on the new map, Green Acres. I have to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this map, and that could partially be because I keep getting my ass kicked on it repeatedly. But in my experience on this map, getting air superiority early on is very important, i.e. Mutalisks and or Phoenixes and stuffs like that that are highly mobile units, because it is a large map, a pretty far rush distance, and as you can see from the scouting path, you can just cruise right down the center, but there's all these expansions around here with all these obstacles. There's all these rubble and ramps up and down, and I still haven't even figured out like how they all connect to each other. We could go exploring on that right now, but who wants to do that? Really? Anyway, we do have a Zergling wall, so this will be extremely formidable and impossible to break. Never mind. Yeah, so there's still only one gas for BlazeUp. I expect to see a couple more gateways coming down in the near future. He is going for that 2-gate cybernetics core to get some extra early units. Meanwhile, we have a Twilight Council on the way for Backlash and his double gas, so I expect to see some Dark Templars. And if not, we'll get Blink Stalkers anyway. So, I do also see a Baneling's Nest. Baneling's Nest. That's going to be awesome. And that's going to be awesome against all the Zerglings that are no doubt going to be popping out from Viz. He is throwing down a second hatchery in base, finishing his speed research. Same for Cheesed, except not the second hatch. He is instead getting a Baneling's Nest of his own. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is there Reapers? Are there Reapers somewhere? Did you hear that? I heard that. There's a Reaper jumping. This is going to be awesome. There are Reapers and Banelings. And, oh, it looks like Circa was already trying to get up in here, and Ravenous was one step ahead, so I guess I missed that. This is going to be another gateway. I do not see the Dark Shrine. Oh, there is a Dark Shrine. I'm just blind. So there is a Dark Shrine on the way. Keep that in mind. The Zealot out here in the front for BlazeUp will get surrounded. And now it looks like Cheese actually somehow got some Zerglings back up in here, and I totally missed those running in. It looks like the Zealots are going to get surrounded here. Zealots are going to die, and the Zerglings are loose inside the mineral line for BlazeUp. There is one Baneling being morphed in right now, but it looks like Viz is going to be able to kill that before it gets before it morphs into a Baneling. And now there's only 3 Zerglings left. Those should get cleaned up pretty quickly here. And there's a Reaper even shooting a pylon. That is this is crazy, man. And now we got 6 more Banelings on the way for Ravenous. That will make this very difficult to break. At the same time, though, Cheese has got 6 Banelings coming in. A couple of them did warp in, but why is morph in and warp in so impossible for me to get right? I swear to God, I inherited that from like other casters that I used to watch, and now I can never do it right. Where is this Reaper? He is doing work. Good job, Reaper. Good job, Reaper. And oh, are we gonna see a massive explosion? No, the Zerglings are very, very aware of these Banelings, but be careful, they're coming in. Whew. I love me some Banelings. These Stalkers could get surrounded, but these Banelings are ready to support. There is one Baneling blowing up on about 5 Zerglings right there, and it looks like Cheesed and Viz are going to pull back. And apparently Viz is the one controlling all these Zerglings right now. I think they're going to sacrifice themselves to kill this last Stalker. Yes, he will go down. And another Stalker will get surrounded. So doing some nice work with the Zerglings at the same time. Oh! God, I love me some Banelings. Where are the DTs? There are the DTs. Is that all there is? There's 2 DTs. Oh, I'm doing it again. Where I'm just supposed to push the button, not hold it. I'm so stupid. And they know they're in here. They know they're in here, man. They're trying to put down an evolution chamber. This is not going to be good for Cheese. The scan going off will trap the Dark Templar in the back. Looks like that one is going to go down at the same time. However, there is another Dark Templar killing Viz's queen, and he is pulling all his drones off the line. He has no way to detect this. Both of them desperately throwing down evolution chambers. There goes that queen, that DT. Is he going to chase the drones, or what is he going to do? He's going to go back into this base. Look at all these Banelings down here. At the same time, nothing is happening up in the front. Just making sure. Just making sure. Wouldn't want to miss anything there. DT's doing work. Trapped a Marauder in here. And easy now, the Banelings. Oh man, that is inefficiency right there. But it worked. If it works, it works, man. It's better than letting all your drones die. Another scan having to be used here to kill a DT. It looks like the bottom team doing a nice job managing this though, and they will be able to get detection now. As you see, Spore Crawlers are on the way, as well as Mr. Turrets, and at the same time more DTs trying to come up the front, but it looks like the Zerglings are just walling that in there and making it impossible for them to run up. So as you know, there is one ramp on this map, one ramp, and how did he get enough energy for that next scan? Because he has this base, haha. So good job by Circa. Getting that expansion and that extra orbital command will come in handy. So we'll see if any more Dark Templars. There are 2 more DTs. Now where are they? They are running straight across the map again. So they're going to continue to harass with that. And this Overlord being saved by some sort of miracle. And still, a DT is slicing and dicing units in the middle of the map. However, so many Zerglings will be surrounding this army. Banelings are going to be blowing up all over the place. Oh! Look at Ravenous with the Banelings just softening up this army of Zerglings so much. Just leading the charge. Beautifully done right there. Banelings were blowing up all over each other, but the top team with more Banelings. However, the reinforcing Zerglings will be able to surround these Stalkers, but the DTs are killing the Zerglings so fast, one-shotting all of them. The bottom team really needs some detection up in here. And I expect to see some detection coming very soon. And one Marauder is going to kite this whole army. Not really. The DTs will fall back. At some point, we're going to need an Overseer. We really will. And we still have not upgraded our Talair tech yet. Very interesting. And meanwhile, the top team is taking some expansions around here. A lot of extra expansions. Going for a double expo is Backlash as well as Ravenous. So the double expo, if that gets allowed to go up, will be extremely effective. Another scan being used to kill these D2s. Each time a scan used to kill a DT, man, I'm telling you, that's really costing the Terran player a lot of minerals. A lot of minerals. Could be used on a mule. So, I mean, are they waiting for a Raven? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. The way to go is an Overseer. And they're just banking on the Protoss player giving up on the DTs at this point, which apparently he looks like he is, as there's a High Templar on the field. And going to be trying to apply some pressure here, but the bottom team with an inferior army may not be the best idea. It looks like the Zerglings are all going to go eye for an eye, and it will be Marines Marauders stimmed up versus these Stalkers. The Protoss player will have to fall back. There are a ton of Banelings coming in from the bottom, though. And are they going to make it into this army? I don't think so, but there's one DT in here slicing everything up. Another scan being used there by Circa. He will be softening up this army quite a bit. I think I said that like 5 times. But that's how I roll, man. I'm hardcore. And oh, those Zerglings are so close to these Banelings. So close! And you see Viz actually controlling all of these units right now. Very, very interesting. I wonder what is going on. That's an interesting play there. And what do we? Why didn't we want to kill that? We didn't want to kill that. We want to kill this one first. Going to be denying these third bases much needed. And so there goes the queen. This hatchery is going to go down. And I expect to see this base go down shortly after that. Meanwhile, Archons coming out, more Stalkers, warping in more Stalkers, this base being allowed to survive. Did they see that? They saw the pylons up there. Very interesting. So right now you want to send these lings up there and use something else to cover them, but now it could be trouble because they could get trapped, and these Zerglings from Ravenous, they need to really try and get behind this army. If these Zerglings could get behind this army somehow, they would just blow it to bits. Oh, the Stalkers from BLazeUp all getting surrounded by the Zerglings. He needs help. He needs help right now, and the Bailings will force this army to move back. The Bailings are going to get into the Marines. Oh, so many Zerglings blowing up right there. A nice play from Ravenous. However, these Marauders so beefy. They're so beefy, man. Just withstanding all the explosions. Marauders so beefy. I just like saying that. And all kinds of other annoying things for you guys. Spine Crawlers now coming down at the front for Ravenous. And let's see, what else do we have on the way? We have Zealot Charge. We have a Starport finally for Circa. I like the tech upgrades now. And finally we did notice that this is a base, and now that there's 3 cannons there. But I wonder, I think this should be enough Zerglings to take that out. However, be careful, they're about to get cut off, and the Archons will just annihilate these Zerglings so fast. I've got to be super careful. These Marines and Marauders are going to get trapped here by the Archons. No, they are going to be able to pull back a nice micro right there. As you can see, Viz playing on, or controlling these units right now. Will be shooting and scooting backwards, taking out a ton of Zealots there. Really softening that army up nicely. There is one High Templar in the back. The Side Storm has not been researched. It is only 2/3 of the way done. Now these units looks like going to go suicidal. No, they're not. They're going to stim up and just kill some more stuff and then run away. And here, this is what I'm talking about. The Mutalisks on this map, so powerful. Going to be consolidating Mutalisk forces here. Looks like, no, those are Viz's Overlords. This still has not been seen. These Mutalisks will be able to fly right in the back of Ravenous's base and could even, it could definitely do some economic damage there. But it looks like they're going to continue flying around the back. Very interesting. Where are they going to go? Mutas. You're teasing me. And now a couple of medevacs in the air should be able to heal this army up nicely for Circa. And these Zerglings are going to need some cover to engage the Archons, and that is exactly what they are getting. Side Storms coming down, melting away the Zerglings there. A nice play from Backlash. But it looks like, I don't know, this is going to be a very, very close here in the middle. At the same time, the Mutas have engaged in the back of Ravenous's base, and that may be why he's trying to pull back. I guess these Roaches aren't going to do much against those Mutas, but the Mutas looks like they were able to kill a lot of drones there, and BLazeUp forced to bring all these Stalkers back around. And Mutas just chilling down here, I guess, again. Just chilling, man. These Mutas should be doing a lot more work. I'm going to be honest right now. These Mutas should be... Kill the Overlord right there. They're flying over it. They could kill a bunch of Roaches. They could go in this base and kill all kinds of probes. So I'm talking trash, man. I'm talking trash. And now you're flying right over the army. You need to be very careful. At least this is what you need to be doing. Make the top team, force them to move their army all over the place, back and forth, back and forth. That's what you want to do. Killing the Roach one, that's nice and everything, but see, by the time you did that, the Stalkers will be here. So you gotta pick your spots, man. Pick your spots. I'm talking trash. That is how I roll. At least the Roaches are really good against Mutas. Just kidding. I know, that's always so funny, isn't it? Does he have upgrades on this? I'm curious suddenly. Nope, no upgrades. He's getting another Roach Warren though. And where did my Mutas go, man? Where are they? They're flying home. Why are you flying home, Mutas? Is there something I missed down here? I don't know. I don't think so, but whew. I like this. 5 High Templars in here. Extremely powerful with the Side Storms that could go down right now on the Zerglings, but he needs to land the Side Storms right in front of his units because the Zerglings were outside of range of it. So not the best placed Side Storm there, but still able to ward that attack back and not suffer too many losses. And now the counterattack will be commencing. The Roaches and Zerglings are flying into the mineral line for Circa, but Circa stimming up in the back to try and defend it. Here comes some Side Storms down on the Marines and Marauders, really softening them up, forcing them to fall back. The top team in a very, very dominant looking position right now. Where are the Mutalisks? Where are the reinforcements? The bottom team is in tons of trouble. This building, this command center being lifted off right there to fly away. It looks like this base is going to be sacrificed. And SCVs from Circa being used in battle to soak up some damage in front of these Marines, and they're going to desperately try and make a last stand. There's so many Stalkers and Roaches here. The Mutas finally coming in to join the party, going to try and kill as many of these Stalkers as they can. They have to take out this army to survive. Getting the pincher attack from both sides. It looks like the bottom team is going to defend. An amazing hold right there. I thought they were screwed. Nice, nice, nice job. The Mutas coming at the last possible second to get the pincher attack working. However, oh, Backlash. Fatal air Backlash. Backlash left his teammates high and dry down in that battle and instead went to go take out a third base, and now he may not be able to finish this attack. Ooh, man. Did you think they could have used this army of Stalkers and Archons and Zealots in that last battle? Yeah, I think so. Top team. Hey, hey, hey. Y'all missing out your chances. Another engagement down here, and the BLazeUp. And Ravenous and everybody from the top team is back and consolidated. Looks like they're going to hit again. And this attack could be even worse than the first one. They really only have this army of Marines and Marauders back here. The stim has gone off. There goes the hatchery. The Roaches are streaming in from the bottom. The Archons have been taken out though. The Mutas flying directly overhead of the Stalkers. I don't know about this one right here. There goes the Mutas. There's only 2 of them left. The Marines are forced to fall back. The Side Storms chasing them with Side Storms, and there goes another nice Side Storm. They're softening them up so much. The Roaches coming in to engage. A couple of Archons being warped in here, but I don't think that they are going to be able to finish in time if these units want to focus them down. There you go. Woo. Very close. Very, very close. And these Mutas have a death wish, but the Stalkers aren't turning to fight, so they'll be okay. Oh man, I can't believe the bottom team is still in this. And it looks like Circa has somehow been mining this high yield base almost clear out. Without, is it even scouted? What is going on here? That is crazy, man. You're crazy. You're crazy. How did he? Okay, so he must have built his command center and then flown it in here and just assumed that they would never scout that, and he's right. And he's even building another command center. So, that base definitely paying off in this game. However, I still think that the top team has map control and they have the upper hand. Let's check the income so we can really see. If it went for Circa right now, look at Viz has no income. Viz, what is going on? You have 0. Are you giving up right now? Are you just controlling other people's stuff? Is that what's happening? Because all Viz is mining is gas. He's just mining gas and I guess sending it. So this is kind of a 2-on-3 apparently. And those Mutas wanted to deny this base, but really not happening here. And Backlash is pretty well established at this location, and that is going to pay huge dividends. Giant ball of Marines and Marauders. They do have a 2-2 upgrades, and even researching the 3rd weapon upgrade, and that is really going to pay dividends. Trust me on that, because these Roaches are 0-0. Those stimmed up Marines and Marauders will just rip them to shreds instantaneously. And it looks like now they are going to be picking down these rocks to go after the base up here. And could they get trapped? They are going to get trapped by Circa. Viz is controlling this army. The stim going off. So powerful. These roaches are going to die so fast. Look at that, just scooting and shooting forward. Late ski. Later roaches. Nice try. Gigantic bio ball with 2/2 upgrades going to own your face. However, this army would be a lot more difficult to take on with the Psy Storms. So pick your spots, man, and you gotta keep your stuff together. The top team, if they don't win this game, it will probably be because they have not kept their armies together. But either way, is this army going to directly engage? Circa is going to try and pick this army off while the Backlash is not paying attention as the Psy Storms are going down, but he's moving up in front of the Psy Storms, going to be able to rip these Stalkers to shreds. Here come the Banelings though from the right side. They are going to do a ton of damage, except Viz controlling Circa's units will be able to get out of there with a small piece of what he originally had. But he was able to kill that entire Protoss army. And it wasn't until the Banelings arrived that he had to run away. A pretty nice play there, catching the top team off guard, but still, man, still. I'm telling you, oh, he did get this base landed. Nicely done there. Very nicely done. The income for the top team is so much better. If we look at resources lost, this is resources spent that are on dead units. You can see that Backlash not very efficient right now, as far as he has lost 27,000 resources in army. So bottom team with the extra efficiency, it's actually trying to take out this planetary fortress, and looks like it will get taken out here. Not that it really matters at this point, as this base almost has no minerals left. So a nice job there by Circa, and now he has a fresh new planetary fortress with all of his SCVs up at this one. And are we finally going to be trying to re-establish this expansion here? We might. Oh, I didn't even notice Circa trying to take out this base. He will be able to snipe down the Nexus. That is huge right there. And going to lift everything off as much as he can before the Banelings can get in there. A nice play. Again, you can see Viz controlling this army while Circa macros. And I'm telling you guys, man, this happens all the time in these team games. When one guy is not necessarily out, but basically done, Viz has nothing left. He can just take over your ally's army and let him just focus on pure macro and defense. And it really, you'd be surprised how super awesome it can be. Look at this juicy train of probes. That will get killed at some point, I bet. That'll be awesome. But we are back down to Stalkers and Zealots, only 2-0 upgrades, and now on the Marine Marauders, I believe we are at, what are we at here? 3-2, 3 weapon, 2 armor. Could probably directly engage this with a stim. That is what he is going to do. However, now there are a bunch of Zerglings and Banelings coming in. If these Zerglings, I'm telling you, can get behind, well, they can't if they're all in medevacs, but you got to be careful. Blinking underneath, going to be able to kill. Oh! Another full medevac that escaped with 20 hit points. And here comes this army going to be attacking this planetary fortress. He could drop this army off behind and trap them in here against the planetary fortress. Look at the SCV placement nicely here by Circa to keep the surround from happening on the PF. It looks like the PF may actually go down, but here goes the army is going to drop here, but Psy Storms will be melting them away. The planetary fortress is going to die, but more reinforcements from the top side from Circa. Looks like we'll be able to clean that up. I think there was another drop going on somewhere, or Circa wanted to do a split army drop up here because that seemed to come from nowhere. I don't know. That was crazy. As 2 more full medevacs of army seem to come out of nowhere from the top there. And what is Cheese doing? Cheese, you have no other base either, man. You got what do we have units wise here? We have, all you have is the 3, it's pretty much the Terran players versus everyone right now. Is that, what is that sound? Okay. Dude, that was weird. Like, from over here next to the water, it was like the combination of the Muta attack and the bio attack from far away made it sound like there's a waterfall. That was awesome. Ooh, there's a sneaky Dark Templar in here. That is badass. So we are still kicking. It is 34.5 minutes into this game. It is pretty much 1 versus 2, it would seem, because BLazeUp really has nothing working. He is mining minerals from this patch like a mile away. So it is pretty much 1 on 2. And this army of Marines and Marauders is just owning everything on the map. Going to be denying this base here. And don't even need to attack this base. There's no reason. It's empty. And he might even be able to straight up take the front of this base. I don't know. We'll see if he tries to attack straight up the gut here. This base has been rebuilt though, so this would be the ideal place to attack. And God, 1 Overseer would be so awesome for them, bro. Just to follow him around, you can pick off all these creep trimmers. Push that vision back. Because right now, this army can't really get here without the other team knowing about it ahead of time and may be able to trap him. So, where is he going? He's going to walk up here. He's going to bring his whole army here to make sure this Zergling dies. That's awesome. And, ooh, Cheese is trying to get a new base. Good job, Cheese. Still in this, man. Still in this. And this army, okay, see, this is going to come down to micro, man. I mean, look at all these High Templars. There's 10 High Templars. This army should be able to keep this army at bay as long as possible, but now it is getting reinforced. Could we be seeing a pincher attack setup here? Look at this. Circa is bringing part of his army around. Viz is controlling this part. Circa is controlling this part. Is he going to bring it around this left side and try and trap them? There was a golden opportunity for that right there, but it looks like Backlash is going to pull back. And so we're going to dance around here a little bit in the middle. This army from Backlash, pretty much all the top team has going on. If we check the army size, you can see that it's basically a Circa versus Backlash at this point, with various teammates controlling various things. See, this base is rebuilt here for Cheese, but that is about it. Make sure I didn't move my mic to the wrong spot. Hopefully you guys can still hear me okay, and it's not like all screwed up. Anyway, where is this army going? I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss. We do have some infestors, okay? I like the infest. The infestors from Ravenous, a little bit too late, 38 minutes in. But think about this. If he had gotten some infestors sooner, combined with these Psystorms, it would be just dead. Because the only reason that Circa's been staying in this game is because he keeps being able to stim and run away. You could fungal growth him. He goes bye-bye. Psystorms coming down right now. Circa desperately trying to split up his army. Make it Viz trying to split up his army. And so many Marines and Marauders dying. But look at the extra army from Circa coming around the bottom side. Going to clean them up in the back. Bye-bye. And all that's left here is a single Dark Templar. Look at you, DT. You're going to be able to kill 1 Marauder there. Good job. And I don't know how the top team can come back after that. They just lost their entire army. That pincher attack that I was looking forward to earlier finally did end up happening. And stimmed up Marines and Marauders in the back, just plowing down all the High Templars after they could only do a couple of Psystorms. So depressing. This one infestor could have made such a huge difference if he was down there. It's just too bad, man. Too bad. And so it looks like this army will be able to freely take out all the main production facilities of the top team, at least for the time being, but apparently you're not ready to do that just yet. There's no reason to go after this bit. These probes are still just sitting here. They're doing absolutely nothing. Backlash cannot get a new base going. He does have a few Archons here, and if that's what we were running from, they didn't really need to, but in combination with this one Infestor, come on Infestor, get in there! Come on buddy, you can do it, get in there! A couple of fungal growths will make this army twice as strong, I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you guys. But it might be too late now. That's the thing. They needed it with the last battle. The last battle could have been the last chance. There are still a few High Templars in here, though. So we will see. Here we go. Psystorm's going to be going down. Where's the fungal growth when you need it? Get in here with that fungal growth. He only able to trap a couple of them. Oh, Ravenous. Ooh, man. Ooh, man. I'm telling you, if there's just been a couple more infestors and a couple more fungal growths, this game could have been over a long time ago. This base is not getting up here, you can believe that. So, I don't know. It's not completely over. It's not over till it's over, because Backlash has been able to establish this base, and now is moving to deny Cheese's base. There isn't an infestation pit way down there, and Cheese now has 5 infestors of his own. And even though this base looks like it's going to die, I'm not sure why he built this infestation pit over here. That doesn't really make much sense. But, whoa, we're going to let it go. We're letting it go because this army has stemmed up and is going to be trying to take out the Nexus. Backlash desperately coming back to defend this location. But Circa is going to run away, and now he will be able to double back and finish off Cheese's hatchery, it looks like. So we really are not over. This is the Protoss versus Terran showdown of the century, with like 3 people all controlling the one team on each side. There's a random Mutalisk. He goes bye-bye. And, oh man, beefy. If I talk about Marauders and Thors and Broodlords as beefy, I guess Infestors aren't really beefy, considering they have 90 hit points and 1 feedback will destroy them instantly. But they are buff, as in fungal growth death. And so it's tough. We're gonna have to see some feedbacks from Backlash in this next engagement if he wants to have a chance in this game. He's going to have to get some feedbacks on these Infestors very quickly, get a couple of side storms down, and then throw the feedbacks everywhere. And it looks like a couple of fungal growths from Cheese going to be going down on the High Templars, forcing them to stay in the back. They are melting away. All the High Templars are going to die to the fungal growth, and that is going to be all she wrote in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Beautifully done by Cheese. It comes down to whether you can feedback first or get fungal growth first. And those High Templars got stuck in the back, and then Circa just scooted back just a little bit, and they were not able to reach the Marines and Marauders with the side storms, and that is going to be it. BLazeUp has left the game. And that is going to do it. Pretty exciting game right there. I'm definitely impressed. Well played. Definitely well played. Pretty well played by both teams. There are some mistakes to go around, and I made sure to note those. But it was a pretty exciting game nonetheless. And so I wanted to thank Viz for sending me this game. It was a pleasure to cast. And so this map can actually make for some good games. I have struggled with it. I don't know. Maybe because it's kind of a tough map, it seems like, for a Protoss ground army, because it's pretty immobile and you sort of have to run up and down all these little valleys and everything. Anyway, I'm just digressing, and this video has been going for 45 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. So thank you again, Viz, for sending me this game. That is going to do it for me. This is IrieStarcraft, and peace out.